Hello everyone, my name is Ken Burke. I am Christopher's older brother and a fellow Eagle Scout of Troop 1 Kingston. I'd like to express my sincerest congratulations in recognizing my brother Chris and my cousin Nick Given and Jonathan Massey for their accomplishments in attaining the rank of Eagle Scout and to welcome them to the Brotherhood. About 5 years ago, I was standing where you three are standing today. I remember it as though it were yesterday, reflecting back on all the work that I had done, my Eagle project, the leadership opportunities in which I had engaged myself, being surrounded by friends and family. It was awesome in the moment, but it wasn't until much later that I realized the ceremony meant more than that to the adult leaders and especially to my parents. To them it was symbolic. It was representative of a culmination of my time in scouting and my journey in becoming a young man. While I regret not being present at the ceremony in person today, I now understand what my parents must have felt and share this deep sense of pride in my younger brother. Soon after I attained the rank of Eagle, I moved away to Georgia for college, and in spite of my sincerest efforts, inevitably the distance meant I couldn't be as involved in the daily lives and going-ons of the troop and of my family. Such is the story of many boys in scouting and otherwise as they grow into young men. However, this distance afforded me an opportunity for which I am very grateful. Every time I returned home, I was continually impressed with how much my brother had grown, with how he continued to take responsibility for his life. Over the last 5 years, I have seen Christopher mature immensely, both as a result of and in response to his time in scouting. Though, truth be told, we have had our differences and our own struggles, it should not be surprising to hear that these are not the kinds of conversations that a 19-year-old has with his 14-year-old brother while home on spring break from college. I've never taken the time to tell him this explicitly, and I figured now is as good a time as ever. Chris, I am so incredibly proud of you. After how far you've come, after everything that you've been through, I am proud to call you my brother, both as family and as a fellow Eagle. I'm not exaggerating when I say that I admire you, and I cannot think of a more worthy young man for a recognition like this. To all three of you, allow me to offer a piece of wisdom that I have as a fully grown man, an entire half-decade ahead of where you are now. You may not know where your life will lead you, what kind of career you'll pursue, who you will meet, or even where you will live. Life will surprise you, it'll confuse you, and if you're doing it right, it'll probably be pretty difficult too. And when the times get tough, and when you have to take responsibility for your actions and make decisions, let me suggest that you take into consideration the lessons that you've learned in scouting. Consider if your actions would make you more or less trustworthy or helpful. Consider if your lifestyle is keeping you physically strong as well as mentally awake. Consider if your behavior, both at school or at work or even at home, is both brave and courteous. In the 5 years since I attained Eagle and began my career, the oath and the points of the Scout Law have become more, not less, important in maintaining an honest, integrity-filled life of dutiful citizenship. And perhaps most importantly, I will echo what I'm sure others have told you, including Mr. Ross if he's anything like I remember him. Becoming an Eagle does not mean that you've graduated from scouting, any more than obtaining your license means that you've graduated from driving. Instead, it's meant as an acknowledgement of your character, Becoming an eagle does not mean you won't make mistakes. Even the most well-intentioned people can and do make mistakes, and they're worthy of forgiveness, including yourselves. You will stray from the ideals of the Scout law and oath. This is certain. Becoming an eagle means that you can recognize when you've done that, and that you know that you can at least try to correct it. In my opinion, this is where the saying, once an eagle, always an eagle, comes from. You will carry the lessons that you've learned in scouting with you for the rest of your life. And you will be better men for it, and I know this because I can already see that it's the case. Congratulations, guys. Enjoy the rest of the ceremony. Cherish the presence of your family and friends, and welcome to the Brotherhood.